Hey there, John, with another Fast Five from Farr, and today talking about employees and which ones you should keep. I mean, we are in the off season now, and now's the time to think about those that you want to stay around and those that maybe have not done so good for you. A lot of times, I see clients keeping people around because they're afraid I don't have enough people and I have to work a shift and whatever. Some of the reasons that I take a look at an employee and want to get rid of them are what I'm going to talk about right now. And so I think the important thing to remember is that we're talking here about money. We're talking about the money that they cost you. And if you've got the wrong person working for you and they're just not showing what they should be doing, because not everybody is cut out for selling in the tanning business. So, do you have an employee that's costing you money and hurting morale? Because it can do both. So, I guess what I would say to you, which I've had to say in the last couple of weeks to some people, you got to get some guts. And frankly, she's got to go. But let me give you some reasons why I say that. Because contrary to popular belief, you are not your brother's keeper. Some of us that are in this business, we just think, oh, I'm a nice person, and um, I just don't like terminating employees. I understand that. It's not something I get excited about getting up in the morning and say, oh, today I get to fire a salon manager or a district manager or a salon consultant. I don't exactly get excited. And if you get excited over terminating somebody, then you're probably in the wrong business. If you're managing employees, you shouldn't get excited that you have to do it, but you know you have to. Because remember that in the second statement there, you're known by the employee company that you keep. And believe me, nothing will kill a great employee faster than watching you tolerate a bad one. It's all about what we call performance management. There's a lot to managing employees. And if you've got 5 or 6 employees in your salon, yes, you're still in the tanning business, but you're also in the people leadership business. So let me give you the reasons why just last week we had to let somebody go. And this was some of the things that we were encountering. She's got to go. And why? Poor sales, poor effort, and attitudes. Now, I got to tell you, there's a lot of things that I can understand and I can put up with. We may have to retrain somebody. We may have to put them in a different position. There's a lot of different things, but what I won't put up with is poor efforts and attitudes. If somebody's not putting in the effort to make themselves better, or if they've got a crappy attitude, I'm just not going to tolerate that. And it's up to you, but I'd get some guts. You got somebody that's doing that, and you're sharing your thoughts with them. You're telling them what you see, and it's still not changing. They got to go. Or maybe they're not responsible for their job duties. You don't see them taking any initiative on their part. One of the worst things is to have an employee that in between the times if you're the owner or the manager, in between the times that you're in the salon, you know they're sitting there on that stool behind the counter doing nothing. And believe me, we all know in this business, there's always something to do, always. Uh, or there could be too many call outs. Oh, my dog ate the car today or whatever. Or shift tardiness. Shift tardiness are very disruptive on the morale of the rest of the salon. Or inflexibility for shift coverage. So somebody can't make it and they never volunteer or are there for shift coverage. Too many dirty beds or beds not completely clean. Everybody, everybody gets trained on how to clean a bed. I assume they all do, and how to do it well. And it's sometimes just taking a shortcut and thinking someone's not going to see those fingerprints on the top of the bed. Or it's indifference to customers. I mean, we're there because of our customers, and being indifferent to them, that's not good either. Too much time on the clock involved with personal issues. I see on videos that I watch too many times on their cell phone talking to their boyfriend, their girlfriends, or whatever. And it's kind of like the old adage that empty hands are doing the devil's work. And that is true. There should be a task list for them to do. But if they're taking the initiative that they're a good employee, you shouldn't have to tell them all the time to be productive, doing things what they're being paid for. Also, this is a big one, the lowest MVP metrics. And what do I mean by MVP metrics? If you go on my YouTube channel for tanning salons, you'll know what I'm talking about, and that is the metrics of 4 different numbers. It is what they do, what they sell in their lotions as a ratio to the number of tans they take care of, or the services that they sell, or their EFT close rate. EFT close rate is incredibly important. And on the other side, particularly this time of the year, is how many EFTs are they allowing to go through that are canceled? Now, there are some EFTs that are going to cancel, and there's not a thing we can do about them because customers insist that they be canceled, or they're canceled because their card didn't go through. But it's somebody that comes into the salon, wants to cancel their EFT when they're still in the middle of their EFT program. The last thing we want to do is let them cancel. If anything, talk them into a freeze. Now, there's sometimes you can't do that, but if you compare the cancels that each one of your employees conducts versus each other, particularly in ratio to their number of customers that they take care of, it'll tell you who has a bigger problem with cancels than another. Now, this last set, what I'm talking about, this last bullet point on metrics, these are the things that they need to be trained on and retrained on. And when you have your salon meetings, possibly on a Sunday night after the salon is closed, these are the things that you need to talk about and have your people that are really good at selling, whether it's lotions or services or lotions and services or EFTs or preventing EFT cancels. Have those people be a big part of your meeting. Have them present why they're able to keep their numbers as high, or in the case of EFT cancels, so low. And look, I've been doing this for so long. Uh, I've just seen so many salons that are incredibly successful. I mean, here's some of them right there. There's 14 on there, and they've all got their names, the telephone numbers. You can contact them. Here's 8 more, whatever. So there's 22 salons with their names and contact numbers and email address. Just ask them if I know what the heck I'm talking about. And if you're really convinced, then after you've talked to them, it's better that you talk to them because they're better at selling what I do than I am. A business makeover. Okay, a makeover for me will include a lot of different things. We're going to look at your pricing, your EFT design and strategy, your marketing, your HR guidance, your staff training. We're going to look at it all. That's what I do. And consulting starts as low as $9.50 for 30 days. Your first consultation, though, is free. I want to see that first consultation with you where you're not being charged, because frankly, I want to know if I want to take on another client. I want to know what your attitudes are about making things happen, because we both have to work together. So as you can see, I've done an awful lot of this, and even though we're in the post-peak season, it won't be long. I mean, fall is right behind us. We'll get to October, which is a great month for business picking back up again, particularly with spray tans. November, we have a big week coming up toward the end of the month, a Black Friday week where you can do more business in that week than you can the whole month of November. And then, of course, we've got the pre-Christmas sales. And of course, we've got more spray tans between Christmas and New Year's. And then, of course, comes the peak season 2022. So you need some help, give me a call. You've got my contact information. The first consultation is free. You don't like working with me, you don't like my suggestions, that's cool, that's your decision. But before you contact me, contact any of the people that you saw on those lists. Ask them about working with me. I hope I can work with you. You have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, and please keep up your prayers for our Marine brothers. Thank you.